Citizens of the Reject Nation, we are sitting down again for a movie we have heard so much about. Tara and I have never seen Casino.
Wild.
And that is one of those that I think is on the list of, oh my God, how do you call yourself a film person? And one of those that I'm sure we're going to see a lot of comments of, they've totally seen this and blah, blah, blah. And that's okay, because we haven't seen it, but we're very excited to. I'm probably more excited for this one than I've been for a watch in a while.
In a long time. Like, I am with you on that.
We got handed a few, we were like, yeah.
We were like, okay, sure, we'll watch it. It's our job to watch it. This one doesn't feel like a job.
Not at all. Very genuinely stoked. And we know we got it pretty good thanks to you, Citizens of Reject Nation. And also, if you enjoy this watch, please leave a comment below. And speaking of having it good, we want to thank the fine folks at Prepper for making us look so good, without whom we could not do this, especially an R-rated film. A Scorsese joint is not an easy edit for the YouTubes. So much love to Prepper. But if you'd like to watch it in all of its Scorsese goodness, head on over to Patreon where you can watch this like you're sitting on the couch with us. All the blood, gore, and inevitable F-bombs that are to come. Greg, you hear that? I said F-bombs, didn't say the word. You're welcome, editors. Head on over to Patreon where you can watch exclusive watch logs for John and Greg watching things that are only for those super sexy rejects. Without further ado, let's dive in to Casino.
Yeah. Oh, adapted from a true story. That's cool.
Did not know that.
Me neither. 1983. See, we haven't seen this because we're just young chickens.
We just didn't exist.
Yeah.
Oh, that is a fit.
He looks great.
God damn, I'd wear that today.
Yeah, right?
When you love someone, you've got to trust them. There's no other way. Otherwise, what's the point? And for a while, I believed that's the kind of love I had.
Oh my God. Oh, okay.
Okay.
Got it. Wow, that's a great visual.
Operatic opening.
Yeah. Sharon Stone is in this?
Yeah.
Shut up.
Joe Pesci.
Love him.
I should have assumed, but it's always exciting to see. And Goodfellas.
Yeah.
But Home Alone.
But I went to Home Alone first.
My cousin Vinny, but Home Alone. A young James Woods Don Rickles. Okay, this is going to be one of those movies where I just get excited about everybody.
Everyone is a name, I'm sure. Or it blew up after this movie.
Because you want to work on Scorsese in this heyday.
Right. Not going to lie, these lights moving, that might give me a headache.
Little much.
Little much.
Can you do Vegas? Are you a Vegas person?
I was raised there, and I never go back.
Fair. The music is so perfect for how ominous Vegas can feel. It's a really interesting way to open, obviously. The violence, but also just this ominous tone.
Yeah. Oh, it's based on a book. Cool.
So based on a true story and book.
Awesome.
This is how De Niro jumped into the water on his birthday the other day.
Whoa! He's all crazy. Oh my God.
I love that the screenplay is by the guy who wrote the book and Martin Scorsese. That makes me happy.
Oh.
Great transition.
Before I ever ran a casino or got myself blown up, I was given one of the biggest casinos in Las Vegas to run by the only kind of guys that can actually get you that kind of money. $62,700,000.
Oh.
Oof.
I don't know all the details.
Matter of fact, nobody knew all the details. I mean, he had me, Nicky Santoro, his best friend, watching his ass. And he had Ginger, the woman he loved, on his arm.
She's so pretty.
It should have been so sweet, too. But it turned out to be the last time that street guys like us were ever given anything that valuable again.
Interesting to start it so ahead of where it, I assume, starts.
Yeah, like we know they up.
At that time, Vegas was a place where millions of suckers flew in every year on their own nickel and left behind about $1 billion. But at night, you couldn't see the desert that surrounds Las Vegas. But it's in the desert where lots of the town's problems are solved.
Got a lot of holes in the desert, and a lot of problems are buried in those holes. I mean, you gotta have the hole already dug before you show up with a package in the trunk. And who knows who's gonna be coming along in that time. Before you know it, you gotta dig a few more holes. You could be there all fucking night.
I've never considered how many bodies are definitely just outside the strip.
Me neither, but I'm sure there's thousands.
Anywhere else in the country, I was a bookie. But here, I'm Mr. Rothstein. I'm not only legitimate, but running a casino. And that's like selling people dreams for cash. I hired an old casino pal, Billy Sherbert, as my manager, and I went to work. For guys like me, Las Vegas washes away your sins. It's like a morality car wash. It does for us what Lourdes does for humpbacks and cripples.
Oh, God.
And along with making us legit comes cash. This is the end result of all the bright lights, of all the champagne. It's all been arranged just for us to get your money. And their cash flows from the tables to our boxes and into the most sacred room in the casino, the count room.
They had so much money in there, you could build a house out of stacks of $100 bills. The guys inside the counting room were all slipped in there to skim the joint dry.
Oh.
They'd even take cash right out of the drop boxes.
Oh.
And it was up to this guy right here to skim the cash off the top without anybody getting wise. Now notice how in the count room nobody ever seems to see anything. Now look at these guys, they look busy, right? I mean, God forbid they should make a mistake or forget to steal. I mean, it's routine. In, out, hello, goodbye, and that's all there is to it. Just another fat walking out of the casino with a suitcase.
This is a great long shot. It's
Yeah.
not that long, but it's a great tracking shot.
It's so much storytelling.
Yeah.
That suitcase was all the bosses ever wanted, and they wanted it every month.
The writing's exceptional so far. I love that
Yeah.
we said the Scorsese and the book writer. It's
So engaged.
So punchy.
Like, yeah.
The bosses would come from all over the place, and they would meet in the back of this produce market in Kansas City. These are the guys who secretly control Las Vegas, because they control the Teamsters Union. And that's where you had to go if you wanted to borrow money to buy a casino.
Oh, that looks so good.
Guys like this antique over here out of Detroit, or especially guys like Remo Gadget, definitely the most important guy in this room.
About 20 pounds. So that's around 700,000.
Oh.
As far as the world was concerned, Andy Stone was a legitimate guy, but Andy also took orders. And when he was told to give a pension fund loan to Philip Green,
For $62,700,000.
Jeez.
he did what he was told.
Now here was the perfect front man. I mean, what the fuck else could he be? He didn't know too much. He wanted to believe the Teamsters gave him all that money because he was smart. Now all they needed was somebody they could trust to run the casino. And who better than Ace? But typical Ace. Give him a shot at running a casino and he tries to talk you out of it.
You don't have to have a license to work in a casino. All you gotta do is apply for one. The state law says that you can work in a casino while they're processing your application.
Oh, my God.
But what happens when they do find out?
Why would they want to find out? We're putting $100 million into this desert here. All you gotta do is keep changing your job.
Oh, my God.
You know, if I did it, I'd have to run it my way.
Nobody's gonna interfere with you running the casino. I guarantee you.
These transitions are amazing.
So good.
They wanted him because Ace ate, slept, and breathed gambling. They worked out a real cute job title, too. Tangiers Public Relations Director. He made his first bet when he was 15 years old, and he always made money. But he didn't bet like you or me. He bet like a f***ing brain surgeon.
Place the checks properly.
Even back home years ago, when we were first hanging out together,
Back home years ago.
he'd know if the quarterback was on. If his girlfriend was knocked up, he'd get the wind velocity so he could judge the field goals. He even figured out the different bounce you got off the different kinds of wood they used on college basketball courts, you know?
Like a surgeon.
Wow.
Season after season, the was the only guaranteed winner I ever knew. But he was so serious about it all that I don't think he ever enjoyed himself. To them, he was a cash register. All they had to do was ring the bell and take the money. Especially Remo, who was a f***ing degenerate gambler who always lost. Ace made more money for them on a weekend than I could do heist and joints for a month. Whatever Ace picked up on the street, he told Remo. Keeping Remo happy with money was the greatest insurance policy in the world.
What do we get on for next week? You come by the house?
I'll come by.
Hey, Nick. Yeah, guy. Keep a good eye on him. He's making a lot of money for us. Yeah, come on.
Yeah.
Fine.
Let me take this. So now, I gotta make sure nobody f***s around with the golden Jew.
I made book, and Nicky made sure we always collected. How did Nicky collect?
Every week. I guess most of them.
Don't ask.
And where the f*** money? I don't see the money.
I love the lighting in this scene. All
Yeah.
the smoke and texture.
Yeah, it's great.
What? Is yours? Your pen?
Yeah, that's my pen.
No, it's a nice pen. I just didn't know what it was. I thought it was yours. I didn't want it to get lost.
Well, thank you. Why don't you take that pen and shove it up your...
What a dick.
Oof.
Oh, man.
Is that little girl? What happened to the tough guy told my friend stick it up his ass? Huh?
Oh, man.
No matter how big a guy might be, Nicky would take him on. You beat him with a knife, he comes back with a gun. And if you beat him with a gun, you better kill him. Because he'll keep coming back and back until one of you is dead.
It's great slow-mo.
I love that he became like an icon of violence, and he's like all of 4'11".
Totally.
Like, the Pesci energy is so incredible.
It's so good.
In Vegas, I had to keep a few juiced-in local cowboys working. But still, I had no choice. I had to take care of them. These yokels ran the state. Why not make them happy?
Oh, hey, girl.
So well cast, both. But that guy is so like, yeah, of course.
Totally.
The politicians came cheap. We could handle them. It's a whale like KK Ichikawa who plays $30,000 a hand in Baccarat. That's the one you really gotta watch. About a year ago, he cleaned out a couple of casinos in the Cayman Islands. Downstairs, he takes us for $2 million, and upstairs, he takes free soap. Another billionaire cheapskate who loved his free rooms, free private jets, and $2 million of our money.
Free private jet. Shut up.
Yeah.
I had our pilot tell him the plane was on the fritz.
What the hell went wrong? I can't understand it. These mechanical things, you know, they...
Oh, amazing.
Then he missed the commercial flights connecting with Japan.
I can't believe that there's a connection. There's no...
We got him back.
Back at the casino, getting his money back.
Love it.
Oh, what a shot.
Sorry you missed the plane. No gambling. And once he was back, he played small. He bet $1,000 a hand instead of his usual $30,000 a hand. But I knew the trick with whales like Ichikawa was that they can't bet small for long. He didn't think of it as winning $10,000. He thought of it as losing $90,000.
Oh.
Until he dropped his winnings back and gave up $1 million of his own cash.
That crowd.
Nice.
In the casino, the cardinal rule is to keep them playing and keep them coming back. The longer they play, the more they lose. In the end, we get it all. In Vegas, everybody's got to watch everybody else. Since the players are looking to beat the casino, the dealers are watching the players. The boxmen are watching the dealers. The casino manager is watching the shift bosses. I'm watching the casino manager, and the eye in the sky is watching us
Holy
all.
shit. I always wondered, like, what the f all these people are doing on the floor, and now I know.
Everyone in various suits, and then all the regular civilians. Yeah.
Totally.
Plus, we had a dozen guys up there, most of them ex-cheats, who knew every trick in the house.
Cool.
Trying to make it real compared to what?
De Niro's so captivating. Like,
Yeah.
just doing nothing.
Just doing nothing.
He's so focused. He's so intense.
Thank you. Very nice.
I told you I was hot today.
Looking good. Looking good. Let's go. This is what...
Thanks for your time. I made a lot of money for you. I want my cut.
I've seen you spending from me.
Give me that shit. I want my money.
Get lost.
Get lost?
Yes.
Get lost?
Yes.
Well, how about that?
What a great character introduction.
I've been told.
Amazing.
Oh,
He's in love with the chaos.
such a great music change. Like, so good.
And the softest his eyes have been, but still firm.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
This is the flavor of Scorsese I really like. When he gets to be playful and it's still like that master filmmaker.
Agreed.
There's a joy in it.
Yeah. It's like, it's a blast.
I fell in love right there. But in Vegas, for a girl like Ginger, love costs money.
I'm gonna go powder my nose.
I wish I had the to do that on a date.
Just
I'm going to go powder
pause,
my nose. I
stare.
need $100 to come back.
$100 in 80s money.
Yeah.
She brought in high rollers and helped them spread around a lot of money.
Of course, that's his weakness.
Yeah.
Who didn't want Ginger? She was one of the best known, best liked, and most respected hustlers in town. Smart hustlers like her could keep a guy awake for 2 or 3 days before sending him home broke.
Oh.
Any change?
I had a few games on the way back.
But that was all bullshit. She just pocketed the cash. Ginger had the hustler's code. She knew how to take care of people, and that's what Vegas is all about.
6,800.
So much money.
She took care of the dealers, pit bosses, floor managers, but mostly she took care of the valet parkers, the guys who could get you anything and take care of anything.
Love that.
Because they took care of the security guards who took care of the metro cops who let her operate.
The external version of his world.
Totally.
Her chaos to his strictness.
Yeah.
But one thing I just could never understand was that she could have everything under control except for her old pimp boyfriend, Lester Diamond.
He's so
He
scuzzy.
is punching with Sharon Stone.
I mean, the guy was always broke. He always had a story, and somehow she could never turn him down. The way Ginger saw it, I guess, was that Lester was just an unlucky guy. Somebody had to take care of him.
Oof.
But nobody had to take care of Nicky.
You find any cash in there, we'll whack it up with you.
I mean, he took care of himself only too well, and that's why every badge back home wanted to nail him.
These things beautifully, and I would appreciate a little respect.
Look at me, pal. I gotta live with her.
I mean, Frank Marino was there to meet him, but so were the cops. This time, they wanted to pinch him for some diamond burglary in Antwerp. They were ready to blame him for anything.
And her hair.
Yeah.
Because Nicky enjoyed being a gangster, and he didn't give a damn.
Amazing. I love that zoom.
So great.
Raining diamonds out of her hair.
As it turns out, Nicky was about to be sent to Vegas.
All right, there's more. I think that's it. There's more. There's a couple stuck in there. I couldn't wait to get my hands on Vegas. But the bosses didn't send me out there to have a good time. They sent me out there to make sure that nobody with Ace. Boy, look at this place, huh?
Welcome to Vegas.
Wow.
Ginger?
Holy shit, what have you been doing out here? What do you think about me moving out here?
I just gotta tell you, it's no joke out here. You gotta keep a low profile. It's not like back home. Right off the bat, they don't like guys like us.
Ooh, is he the liability more than her?
Right. He's like a loose cannon.
I'm running a licensed place. Everything's legit.
Don't worry about it. I'm not going to do anything. What am I going to do? I'm especially not going to involve you in anything.
That look kind of
Yeah,
tells us a
immediately
lot.
knows he's screwed.
He
Yeah.
saw Vegas one way, but I saw it another. I saw it as untouched. So I started getting everybody in line. Best of all, for the first time in my life, I figured out a way not to lose.
2 narrators is really interesting.
Yeah.
I don't know if I've ever seen a movie or 2.
I don't think I have either.
What were they gonna do? Muscle Nicky? Nicky was the muscle.
You got that thing for me?
Oh, Nicky, I thought you was late.
No, I'm taking it.
I'm a little confused.
Maybe if I stick your fucking face through this window over here, like, you know, you'll get unconfused. Give me the fucking money.
And now Nicky Santoro will come up and tell us about our first president.
But still, it was nice and quiet for a while. Ginger and I presented Nicky and Jennifer all over town like regular Ozzie and Harriet.
Ace got my son, Little Nicky, involved with Little League, and it was great.
He's got to realize everything can't be a home run that he does.
That's exactly what I keep telling him, but that's the kind of kid he is. Ever since he's born, he tries to do everything.
And Nicky, being Nicky, he made his presence known. Especially at the casino where he definitely did not work. People got the message.
Me? That's why the bosses sent me out here. They wanted me to make sure none of the other crews robbed the joint. Like these 2 f***ing balloon heads over here. They were going to try to bang us out of 200 grand.
What are you doing here?
I'm over here now.
You're over here? We're waiting on Carmine. Yeah, we're looking for Carmine.
He was here before. I saw him. He had a suitcase and everything, and then he left.
Carmine left? It's not it.
I think, you know, maybe he went across the street or somewhere else or something.
Well, listen, let's look at the joint, huh?
Oh, thanks.
And no cell phones or any way to prove.
Guys from other crews got away with a warning, like these yokels here, who never heard of Nicky or the bosses back home. He's betting lavender chips at 500 each with only one little problem. If he wasn't greedy, he'd have been tough for the spot. I saw that the dealer was weak, but he wasn't in on it. He just wasn't protecting his hand. He was lifting his whole card way too high.
What a great visual. Oh, yeah.
Now here's this guy reading the dealer's whole card and signaling his buddy at this table.
Clever.
Love that.
And that's just what these hustlers look for. They cruise from casino to casino looking for weak dealers the way lions look for weak antelope. This is Mr. Rock. Get me Armstrong and Friday over at Pit 2 right away.
This is so exciting.
Yeah.
I'm like, you're like in on it. It's fun.
Yeah, you feel like you're part of the...
Yeah. Like the stealing and or catching them. Like it's like...
But they're not cops. They're other criminals. Like there's a coolness to it.
Yeah.
Clever distraction.
Yeah. Oh, shit.
Oof.
They never know what hit them. And if and when they do find out that they just got zapped by a cattle prod,
oh,
oh, because now he's getting brought into a way worse world back in the casino.
Turns out this guy and his pals, they were knocking this place dead for years.
There it is. That's it.
What the? What?
We had to make an example of these pricks that the party was over.
Oh.
Oh my God.
I saw you shuffling your checks with your right hand. Can you do that with both hands?
No.
Can you do it with your left hand?
Well, I never tried.
So you were right.
Yeah.
Down goes the right hand.
Now you're gonna have to learn with your left hand.
Oh God.
Hiya. By the way, I'm Billy Sherman, casino manager. Having a good time?
You can either have the money and the hammer, or you can walk out of here.
I just want to get out of here.
And don't forget to tell your friends what happens if they around here. You understand?
I'm sorry, I made a bad mistake.
If you come back here, we catch either one, we're gonna break your fucking heads and you won't walk out of here. You see that fucking saw? We're gonna use it. You don't around in this place.
So smart.
Love it.
Spread
so
the word.
Good.
We got rid of the freelance scamsters, the PER was way up, and I decided to complicate my life.
Yep, his downfall.
I was about to bet the rest of my life on a real long shot. I'm trying to marry you. I know you well enough to know that I really love you very much.
I care about you, but I just don't have those kind of feelings for you.
That hurts.
I'm not in love with you. I'm sorry.
No,
Oof.
What is love anyway? It's a mutual respect. It's a devotion. It's a caring from one person to another. If we could set up some kind of foundation.
Wow.
Negotiating a marriage.
Yeah.
I feel that eventually you would care enough about me that I can live with that.
Oh.
Wow.
You know, if it doesn't play out, then what happens to me?
If it doesn't work out between us, I'm gonna make sure you're okay for the rest of your life. You'll be set up for the rest of your life.
What a business arrangement, but
Yeah.
he loves her. Man, that's well
doesn't.
written. Because, like, you see it, and I'm sure a lot of marriages are like this, but it's never spoken.
All right.
All right. She bought the pitch.
Yeah.
He's a good businessman.
When I married Ginger, I knew all the stories, but I didn't give a I'm Sam Rothstein, I said. I can change her.
That's what every guy, every girl thinks they can change a person they want. And it's
relationship.
never works.
With Ace, nobody ever got a free ride. Even Ginger. With her, he still covered his bets. They had to have the baby first before they could get married.
Wow.
Holy tamale.
Insurance baby.
Yep. Wow.
Can you feel my eyes on you? Can you feel me look into your heart? Can you feel me in the pit of your stomach? Can you feel me in you?
That's the
like creepy
voice of
dude.
her ex.
Yeah.
This is the best thing I can do for my life right now.
That's right. I mean, it's the best thing you can do right now. Come on, this is great for us. You know, I'm always gonna be here for you. I ain't going no place.
So sad because it's on their wedding night.
Yeah.
You all right?
I've been with Lester since I was a kid. I just wanted to say goodbye.
That part of your life is over with.
Yeah.
You're with me now.
Yikes.
You sure?
Yeah.
What an intimidating dynamic.
I
Still
just don't
somehow
know how
loving, but
he
like.
can live with it.
Yeah.
Like, and she's in love with the guy that she
dude.
grew up with. Like,
And he knows.
yeah.
But he loves her and he made a business arrangement to like leverage it with a foundation.
Yeah. It is what it is, I guess.
24 little hours.
Just walking in a fully furnished home.
Yeah, right?
Try that. It's yours.
so directly buying her love.
Yeah.
So do you think it's too much if I wear these all on the same day?
Wow.
This is a lot.
What I'm going to tell you is very important.
Okay.
All this stuff doesn't mean anything. Money, this doesn't mean anything without trust. I have to be able to trust you with my life.
Oh, so she's the one that gets him killed at the end because the film opens with "What's anything without trust?"
Oh,
and then
right.
he explodes.
Totally.
So I'm assuming James Woods slashed her.
Yeah.
With over $1 million in cash and jewels tucked in a bank in Vegas only for Ginger. But a guy in my line of work has to have a lot of payoff cash around. Crooked cops and kidnappers, they don't take checks. So I put $2 million in cash in Los Angeles bank under the name of Mr. and Mrs. Tom Collins. This was strictly my shakedown and kidnapping money.
Shakedown and kidnapping money that doesn't fit in a bank.
Yeah.
I gave Ginger the only key to the cash that could get me back alive.
Oh. Ay.
So once she signs those papers, she'll be the only person to have total access to the box. No one else, including myself.
That's right. Sam, let me ask you a question. You must really trust your wife.
Yeah, sure I do. Why?
It's just unusual. Tell you the truth, so many of my clients don't.
With Ginger and the money in place, I felt covered. And to play it safe, I switched job titles again and made myself food and beverage director.
The pause of the narration.
Nicky was dreaming his own kind of Vegas.
To begin, I put money out on the street, charging 3 points a week. In no time, I had half the dealers and the Tangiers in my pocket.
It was so obvious. I mean, all of Nicky's half-assed mechanics, they were real signal happy.
So obvious.
Yeah.
Nicky thought nobody was watching it, but he was wrong.
They're directly opposed now.
Yeah.
I mean, I wish to God Nicky and his whole crew would just get lost.
Careful, gaming agents are all over the place.
Ace was so fucking worried about his casino, he forgot what we were doing out here in the first place.
That's how he would see it.
You want to do me a favor? You want to take your feet off the table and put your shoes back on? Keel, I want you to exit this guy off the premises, and I want you to exit him off his feet and use his head to open the door.
Mind accompanying us outside? Bullshit, I ain't going anywhere. Bullshit, you're out of here. Keel! You
Took direction well.
Love it.
Did you know that guy you threw out was with me?
But you know what he did? He insulted Billy. Then I walked over to him politely. Tells me to go myself. Then he called me.
What?
Oh.
Told him to go himself.
Oh, shit.
Taken care of.
I love this split screen.
Yeah.
Double focus.
Good catch.
If you could do me a favor, let him back in. I swear to you, he'll never get out of line again. I promise you that.
If he does it again, he's out for good. I don't care what it is, Nick. I'll never let him in the place again.
I'm sorry about this, really.
I mean, Nick is like bringing too many people, though.
Yeah.
That's a lot.
It's a lot.
You me up over there, I'll stick you in a hole in the desert. You understand? Move in and apologize.
I love his size.
You know, Ace could be a very touchy guy.
Siegfried and Roy.
It's actually them.
That's amazing.
Look at the cameo.
It's insane.
Oh, wow. De Niro and Siegfried and Roy. I never thought I'd see.
Right?
This is the only town in the country where a bookie joint is legit, so why not take advantage, right? He took bookie joints off the street and then opened them up inside the casino. He had every casino on the strip trying to copy off of him.
Oh.
Smart.
And now that's the standard.
It's everywhere. Like, yeah, that's crazy.
I wonder if that's based on the true story. If this
Right.
guy's like that legend.
He started that, and now it's
the big
in
bookie
every
room.
casino.
You gotta watch yourself. There's a lot of heat on you already. I'm hearing things from security. They want to put you in a black book.
That black book is a bunch of bullshit.
Bullshit or no bullshit, they put you in that book, you're gonna be in a lot of trouble. You will not be able to walk into a casino, I'm telling you.
What am I doing out here? I'm trying to make a living, that's all.
Don't say I didn't warn you.
All right.
This is Rothstein, straight ahead. Very nice. Thank you.
That light bulb was very ominous.
Yeah. This whole scene is tense.
Yeah.
As the head of the Tangiers Gaming Corporation, it's my pleasure to welcome Sam Rothstein to the Vegas Valley Country Club.
Oh, now he's real fancy. The Country Club of Vegas.
Back home, they would have put me in jail for what I'm doing. But my greatest pleasure was watching my wife, Ginger, work the room.
Oh, he really loves her.
Yeah.
Congratulations, Sam. Hello, Mrs. Rothstein. How are you?
That was a look.
woman I've ever seen. You're a lucky man, Mr. Rothstein.
Yeah. Oh my God. So awkward.
Oh man, I would be terrified to see that face.
Kid, the next day I fired him.
Ah! Okay. Yep.
Ooh, I was like, how's this gonna go?
Yeah.
Ginger was the one who wound up enjoying the best of Vegas.
Come with me, please. I have a better table for you.
What'd you say to that jerk anyway? I told him I was Mrs. Sam Rothstein.
That's tough. To see behind the scenes of her and her reaction to him is like, it's hard.
Yeah, 'cause she never loved him. She told him.
Yeah.
Detrimental to gaming, and he will be ejected from any casino in Las Vegas. And the casinos can be fined as much as $100,000 every time he shows up.
Wow.
Dang. Yeah, your friend's not coming back.
Let's say, for instance, I want to go in the restaurant, which happens to be in the casino, to get one of those sandwiches I like.
Forget it. You can't even set foot in the parking lot. Not being able to go into a casino is just one thing, but being in this book etched your name into the brains of every cop and FBI agent in the state. But Nicky didn't care.
I gotta do something. They ain't getting rid of him.
Oh my
They already
God.
did, man.
Oh my God. He's insane.
And he's her other narrator. That's what I'm curious about.
Yeah.
And I
Like,
love that
how
they're
is he gonna
opposed, but
fuck him up? Like the trust we know with her, but maybe he also, I mean, geez, I don't know.
yeah.
To keep an eye on things, I brought in my kid brother Dominic and some desperados from back home and started knocking over high rollers.
Soundtrack's been great.
Yeah, agreed.
Jack Hardy, he worked for a safe company before he did a 6-year bid. And then there was Bernie Blue. This guy could bypass any alarm for me. And I opened up my own jewelry store too. Sometimes I used to go along on a heist just for fun.
Oh my goodness.
But I didn't like the people I was ripping off looking at me, so I used to turn their fucking pictures around.
Oh my God. This is insane.
Some of these stones got a lot of nick.
Oh boy.
He had tipsters all over town. Bellman.
This one looks good, but you got to hurry.
Yeah, okay.
All that money he moved earlier.
Yeah.
Valet parkers.
Just checking in now.
Okay, fella.
Pit bosses.
Yeah, room 1230 at the Sirocco.
Wow. Okay.
And they all got a piece of the score.
Man.
They were very careful. They always bypassed the alarms or else.
Is why I don't stay in Vegas long.
2-day minimum.
Nicky was grabbing everything he could. Nobody out there was expecting a guy like him.
Wow.
Whenever we got local merch, we'd usually send it to Palm Springs or Arizona, L.A.
20,000, that's my final offer, and you are. All of a sudden he talks English.
I couldn't leave it at the gold rush in case we got raided by the cops or if my crew got cute.
It's smart to know that criminals and criminals.
Yeah.
This stuff was all mine. I didn't send any of this back home. Actually, I couldn't because I wasn't even supposed to be doing it. The bosses were making so much fucking money with the casinos.
Wow.
That they didn't want anybody making any waves for them. That's why there was no real organized street stuff in Vegas before I came here.
Because it's already criminals. Like his buddy De Niro. That's so interesting.
Yeah.
So I put some of the money into legitimate deals with Charlie Clark. He was Ace's banker. Then I put some more of the money in some legitimate places.
That looks good.
Yeah, delicious.
But I gotta tell you, the thing Nicky liked most was the showgirls, naturally.
Shelly, and this is Stacy. We're gonna have dinner tonight.
All right, let's check the kitchen first.
Immediately out of the restaurant.
And you can always tell a great kitchen like ours because of the milk-fed veal.
He puts her right in the car.
Slide over, honey. Now, pink veal, you can pound that shit for 2 days.
Yeah.
I gave you money to pay the fucking rent and buy groceries, and you didn't gamble that money. You gonna stand here and tell me that? You want to embarrass me, make a fool out of me? You didn't gamble? Did you gamble? Kids at home, get the fuck out of here.
I love the shades of gray on both sides of
there's
this.
like redeeming qualities they're showing us, so it's making it hard to.
Who's the right? Because no one's pure wrong, and like he's a good dad. He's trying to support families.
Exactly.
But he's a criminal. But so is De Niro. You just have something legal doesn't mean it's not criminal. It's so interesting.
Right.
I knew how to keep the bosses happy. Whenever they gave me little jobs to do, I would carry things out to a T. Like the time Tony Dogs, who's supposed to be the new maniac tough guy in town, shot up one of Remo's bars.
Oof.
To be truthful with you, I had to admire this fucking guy. He was one of the toughest Irishmen I ever met. This son of a bitch was tough.
Ugh. Oh my God.
You better hope he gives me a fucking name sooner. I'm gonna give him yours, Frank.
Yeah, thanks a lot.
Oh my God. No. Oh, this is tough.
Listen to me, Anthony. I got your head in a fucking vice.
Oh, God.
You. Me. Fuck me, you motherfucker. My mother. That's what you fucking tell.
Oh, God.
Charlie,
You make me pop your fucking eye out of your head to protect that piece of shit.
The word got around that finally there was a real gangster in town.
Oh, wow.
Nicky was the new boss of Las Vegas.
Wow.
Okay.
4 reels, 7s across 3 $15,000 jackpots. Do you have any idea what the odds are?
Shoot, it's got to be in the millions, maybe more.
Oh, shit.
Why didn't you pull the machines? Why didn't you call me?
Well, it happened so quick. 3 guys won. I didn't have a chance to call
Oh,
you.
you see the scam? You didn't see what was going on?
Well, there's no way to determine that,
Yes,
Sam.
there is. An infallible way. They won.
Well, it's a casino. People got to win sometimes.
Hey,
Yeah, you gotta fire this guy.
get your ass and get your things and get out of here.
You might regret this, Mr. Rothstein.
I'll regret it even more if I keep you on.
Can't just fire him. Webb's his brother-in-law. He's county commissioner.
So what? Everybody out here with cowboy boots is a county commission.
Man, I've got thousands of players. I got 500 dealers. They're all looking to rob me blind. I have to let them know I'm watching all the details all the time, that there is not one single thing I will not catch as I am over here.
Look at yours.
What? Look how many blueberries your muffin
So
has and how many
good.
mine has. Yours is falling apart. What are you talking about?
Oh, the detail.
I love
From
it.
now on, I want you to put an equal amount of blueberries in each muffin. An equal amount of blueberries in each muffin.
I need some money. I need $25,000.
Why do you need that much?
We don't have to turn this into a big deal.
Who's fighting? I mean, tell me what it's for.
Is it to go see her ex or something?
Or it's 4X.
Yeah, right.
Sam, I've been independent my whole life. I never had to ask anybody for anything. Now you're making me beg you for this.
No, he's not.
Just tell him what it's freaking for.
I think it's definitely for her.
I have to be able to trust you with my life. Do you understand? Can I trust you?
You can trust me.
Good. So then you can tell me what the money is for.
Yeah, I was like, she's just gonna take it out of the $2 million, right? Why wouldn't she?
And once she starts, she's going to keep doing
Yeah. She won't be able
it.
to
And then he's going to
stop.
need it. Then he's going to get blown up.
Exactly. In a vehicle.
But yeah, I think once you open that, it's...
Oh.
Yeah, she's leaving her back now. All right, I'm going to follow her.
We're gonna get the juice.
What does that mean? No, I know that look. What does that look mean?
Oh, yeah, of course.
Oh. I do not think that's going to happen.
How you doing, Les? It's Lester, right?
Awkward.
If I'm wrong, please correct me, because I never knew you to be a heist man. But if you are, you know what? Go ahead, take it, because you already have hers.
Looking for an exit.
You know to choose my wife.
I know that.
You're done, yeah? But if you ever come back again to take her money, next time bring a pistol. Be a man, don't be a f***ing. Now, you want to do me a favor? Get out of here. I want to be alone with my wife.
He's like, oh, do I take the money? And
or
does
am I
he
a
take
dead
the
man?
other back too?
He
Or
was
does he
smart
just
to
leave
leave them
it?
both, because...
Yeah.
Remember when you called him that night and you said goodbye to him? He didn't say, don't get married, I'll be right down, we'll get married. He didn't say that to you, did he?
No, I didn't.
Did he? No. Instead, what did he say? Come, take it for everything he's got.
Oof.
Come here, I want to show you something.
Now it's getting real. He hasn't been like this with her.
No.
We haven't seen it. Now
seen
it's
the-
like,
yeah.
it's coming out.
And is Pesci just going to see that as weakness?
Right. Because he didn't kill him, right? Well,
He had some guy from the hotel beat him up. He didn't want to do it himself. Oh no, he didn't want to get his own hands dirty. So why do you have to do that, huh? Tell me.
Oh.
I'm a working girl, right? You don't think I'm gonna go into a situation like this if I don't think I'm gonna get covered on the back end. So he put aside some jewelry for me.
You mean like a lot of expensive jewelry?
I'm told it's worth about $1 million, maybe more.
Well, there you go. What does that tell you? Does that tell you the guy's crazy about you or what?
I should have never married him.
You know, I think you should try to make the best of it now. Go slow, you know. See what happens.
Could have killed him.
He could have killed him.
yeah.
Look, I'll try to find out what the hell's going on. When I see him, I'll talk to him.
Okay. So nice.
Uh-oh.
Mhm.
Mr. Rothstein, County Commissioner Pat Webb is here to see you.
The cousin or whatever.
Love it.
Look at those socks.
Oh my gosh,
The
they're
gams on De
see-through.
Niro. And the slight heel in the shoe.
Totally.
It was a jump scare comedy beat. I wasn't ready for it.
Maybe you didn't know it, but Don Ward is a very well-liked man in his town. He's got lots of friends here, nice family, and their money go back many. That's important to me, and you forgive me for saying it. Maybe he did not deserve to be fired.
Big yes, no.
Right, yeah.
Well, forgive me for saying this. He was too dumb to see what was going on. Either way, I cannot have a man like that working. I went way out of my way to be very helpful and courteous to that kid. He's weak. He's incompetent. There's not much more I can do for him.
You have got me there. Old Don is as useless as son of a bore. He is my brother-in-law, and I would look on it as a personal favor if you'd think some more on hiring him back.
I can't do that.
Well, could there be any position farther down the trough?
I'm sorry, I can't do anything.
Mr. Rothstein, your people never will understand the way it works out here. You're all just our guests.
Sorry.
You bet.
Interesting.
What happened to my pill?
I wonder I wouldn't just, I don't know, stick him in a cafe or something.
But what if he literally was stealing and he didn't want him in the...
That's true, yeah.
For my ulcer, I take a half of one of these. And that's when I have extreme pain. I had a 3-month supply. What'd you do with them?
You didn't have to beat him up.
God, she's like gonna just downward spiral from here.
Mm-hmm. All that money, access to drugs.
Your drinking's getting way out of hand. I'm gonna get you into a program. They got plenty of good ones. You're a tiger. You're stronger than I am. And when you set your mind on doing something, you do it better than anybody.
It's beautiful how much he really loves her. It's an interesting dynamic in this whole story.
Yeah. It's true. She was like a strong tiger when we first met her in this movie, and now it's just like, ugh.
And these Dutch angles have been really working for like how personal and intimate it is.
The only problem was that after a while, the bosses noticed that the suitcases were getting a little light.
You mean to tell me that the money we're robbing is being robbed?
It's part of the business. It's considered leaky.
Even John Nance, that's the guy who ran the scam. He knew there wasn't much you could do about it, even if you take care of him real well. I mean, he's going to steal a little bit extra for himself. They put Artie Piscano, the underboss of KC, in charge of making sure nobody skimmed the skim. The only trouble was Piscano was a disaster. This guy could up a cup of coffee.
It turned out Phil Green, Mr. Integrity, had a partner nobody knew about, and when she showed up and started demanding some money from the Tangiers, Green tried to stonewall her. So she sued him in court.
Oh, boy. And that's going to bring awareness to his license, I'm guessing.
I believe he was absolutely fair, and I'm delighted with the decision.
We got a problem.
Shit.
Green has to open up the books, has to show how he got the financing.
The boys back home decided to settle the case out of court instead.
Shite.
Wow.
Comment on the murder of Anna Scott. She was found last night, shot in the head. We were involved in minor real estate deals many years ago. Was never a partner.
Now, instead of the cops only looking at Nicky, they started looking at Green, too. And he was supposed to be our squeaky clean frontman.
Yeah.
So I had to start giving interviews to make sure everybody knew the casino was on the up and up. My responsibilities are to run the day-to-day operations.
So day-to-day, then you're the boss.
Well, in a sense, you could say that I am the boss when Mr. Green is away. You could say that.
Oh, I'm the boss.
And the photo.
My God.
The Midwest bookmaker with mob ties says that he is the real boss of the $100 million Tangiers Casino Empire. You believe that?
Did he really say that?
Well, of course he really said that. It's right here. Has that man even filed for his license yet?
We have to check the files.
Well, without getting your shorts in, would you do that and kind of check closely? We may have to kick a kike's ass out of town. Thank you.
Oh, boy.
Karma.
Rothstein, who heads the Tangiers casino operation and is a boyhood friend of Las Vegas mob boss Nicky Santoro.
Just known mob boss.
I gotta meet Cleanface right away. What about the Chez Paris?
You can't. You got to make a reservation. It's all booked up. It's impossible. It's booked up, and you got to make a reservation. It's very difficult to get in.
It's okay. I'll use the service entrance. I'll see you at 9.
All right.
Despite law enforcement allegations of Rothstein's organized crime connections, will Sam Rothstein...
Oof.
You can't let this concern you, Ace. Don't worry about that stuff. It's just a political witch hunt.
That sucks. She's like really gone downhill.
Mm-hmm.
If you don't have my money for me, I'll crack your head wide open in front of everybody in the bank. And just about the time that I'm coming out of jail, hopefully, you'll be coming out of your coma. And guess what? I'll split your head open again, because I'm stupid. And we know what you do, don't we, Charlie? You people out of money and get away with it. You put my money to sleep. You go get my money or I'll put your brain to sleep.
Sam.
Never mind. Sam, this is personal. I'll be there in the morning. You can try me, fatso.
You can't treat him like that. He's gonna run to the FBI.
What the FBI? That prick's been dodging me for 3 weeks. What is it with you? All of a sudden you're trying to tell me what to do all the time.
I'm not trying to tell you what to do.
Oh, that defensiveness.
You know, I don't know what it is, Sammy, but the more I talk to you, the more I feel like you just don't want to go along with me. Is that it?
No, I
you
don't
should
want
say
to come.
so.
I don't want to come along.
Right.
I don't want to be involved in anything you're talking about, okay? I just want to run a square joint, that's it. I just want my license. I want everything nice and quiet. That's it.
Be quiet like this. I'm the boss. That's quiet.
That's all taken out of context. Every time you're on television, I get mentioned. That looks bad. That looks...
What happened to you? Will you tell me?
What happened to me? What happened to you? You lost your control.
I like that he's in a suit and he's in a pink robe for this conversation.
John Barrymore.
Oh, there he goes.
Pink robe and
It's like he's raised higher than him by being a mobster, kind of.
Yeah.
In other words, when you need me to take care of something for you, then you need me.
Yeah, that's right. The way you need me to vouch for you as a citizen and get you out of one of your jams. I'm going to have to straighten out what you just did with this guy. This guy is going to run to the FBI.
Your head is getting bigger than your casino. That's your problem, pal.
I knew what he wanted, and I didn't want any part of it. He wanted to go after Gadgie, go after the skim, go after everything.
Love that golden shot. Time has actually passed in this shot.
The casino boss and his wife were killed.
Wow.
Bulls questioned Nicky.
Holy shit.
From the Sirocco, they
Oof.
questioned Nicky. A bunch of stool pigeons wound up in the trunks of their cars. They questioned Nicky, a lawyer.
What if Nicky killed
I'm
him?
now worried the foreshadowing's looking rough. I think that's a mislead with the wife, but it could be a double mislead.
I know, right?
It's almost like crime is dangerous.
Yeah.
Enemies do pop up.
Get run over there. If a guy tripped over a banana peel, they'd bring me in for it. Come on, that's enough. Be nice, huh?
They're using all actual Vegas commissioners and news people. All
great.
people I remember seeing like growing up.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
Found a guy's head in the desert. Do you know about that?
Yeah, I heard, yeah.
Everybody's talking about it. They're making a big deal on it. It's in all the papers.
What are you gonna do?
And I mean, that's no good.
I know.
You gotta tell them to take care of things a little better.
I know one thing. All I gotta do is take care of 4 or 5 of those f***ing guys. The rest will fall right into place. Believe me. Peekaboo, you you.
Problem was, Nicky was not only bringing heat on himself, but on me, too.
Mm-hmm.
The FBI watched every move he made, but he didn't care.
If you're gonna watch me, I'm gonna watch him right back. I spent a few bucks. Top dollar, who gives a shit? I got the latest anti-bugging equipment from the same places that sell to the fucking CIA. Special police frequency radios, FBI discramblers, cameras that see in the dark.
Love that.
They never once caught me doing anything I couldn't handle.
Amazing. The same people that sell.
So good.
He has every cop in the state watching him, and he's out playing golf. I had my license hearing coming up, and I didn't want to leave anything to chance. Years ago, and there was simple gambling.
Mm.
I mean, if I can't work in Vegas, where am I going to go?
You've been very open with us. I mean, your books and papers, and that's going to mean something when you go before the commission.
Well, that's all I ask, gentlemen, is a fair hearing.
Well, this kind of honesty will guarantee that fair hearing. Good. All right, well, we'll move on to...
Shit. Is it Nicky?
I wanted to hear something about Kansas.
Oh.
Is that the ex-boyfriend?
Oh.
Is it the skeezy guy?
To like
Did he
fucks.
mention a pilot? Was there someone?
Did he say pilot? I don't know.
Who's that like halfway into a 3-hour movie, new character like with that entrance?
Right.
They're f***ing agents, Frankie. Look at this.
Oh.
That doesn't look good.
The feds were watching Nicky play golf for so long they ran
this
out of
is
gas.
bad. Oh my God. In the Interland.
Oh, that's so funny.
Holy shit.
What's so funny?
And as if things weren't bad enough, in comes Piscano, the Kansas City underboss. He ran that little grocery store in Kansas City where they bought the suitcases.
Fighting over those suitcases again. You know what that means, right? That means I gotta take another trip out to Vegas and it's gonna cost me another couple of grand.
Sweet old looking guy.
But his trips to Vegas to his brother-in-law and to his mother all the time.
Lay down the law, otherwise they're gonna make a fool out of you.
I've seen her in other Scorsese movies.
Is that
I
Scorsese's
think.
mom?
Is it his real mom?
I think it's his mom.
Shit, that's probably why.
I think it is. She's in Goodfellas. I think it's his mom.
Oh my God, I love her.
Again.
She's so good.
And what happens next? You can't believe. I mean, who the hell would believe that the FBI had a wire in the place looking for some information about some old homicide, about some guy who was whacked out God knows when over God knows what.
Oh.
Nancy brings us back 2 suitcases from the Tangiers, and what about 3?
Oh, here it is. All out in the open.
You know we can't even go into the counter to watch our money? Could you believe this cowboy bullshit? But how do you know? They could all be in on it together, those miserable. And if it's Green himself, I'll bury that bastard. I've never trusted him. And you know, I got eyes behind my head. They trust that scumbag. I don't. I'm sorry. They're beating me up tonight. Mom, sorry. I'm all upset.
I know, but that's enough.
You know what they're doing. I can't take this no more. Back and forth, back and forth.
Take it easy.
Take it easy, though.
And the damn thing is, they go and hear all this stuff about Las Vegas and the casinos and suitcases, and that's it.
Start handling things the way I did years ago. Start kicking in.
Just across the street.
Would you believe that such a thing could happen?
Wow.
Every FBI man across the country had their ears open now.
Then do it the way you want. What can I tell you?
I mean, Piscano, this guy, basically sunk the whole world.
That's the way people are. There's some that are good, there's some that are bad.
Amazing.
Mr. Rothstein is pleased to be here today.
And when the day finally came, I was ready.
It feels like a criminal miniseries.
Yeah.
The commission is prepared to act on a motion denying the Rothstein application.
Denying?
Do I hear a motion seconded?
Mr. Chairman. Mr. Chairman, I second the motion.
Do I have a vote on the motion?
Mr. Chairman.
Aye.
Oof.
Dang.
The ayes have it. This hearing is adjourned.
You guys have to be kidding.
Adjourned? What do you mean adjourned?
Mr. Chairman, please.
Mr. Chairman, Senator, you promised me a hearing. You won't allow me a hearing?
What should have been a routine licensing hearing turned into bedlam yesterday when the flamboyant Tangiers casino executive Sam Ace Rothstein accused the state's top gaming officials of corruption and hypocrisy.
Hearing when you were getting comped at my hotel and you were asking me for copies of your bills so you could put them on your expense account?
You know.
Wow.
I have a past, and my past is no worse than yours, but you guys think you have the right to pass judgment
Long suspected of running the Tangiers without a gaming license, yesterday's hearing was to determine whether someone with Rothstein's checkered personal history was qualified to officially hold a top gaming post.
The hell's he gonna do now? I don't know. What's he doing? Maybe he could run things with another job title. Wouldn't be the best, but what are we gonna do? However he runs things, it's gotta be quiet.
Ladies and gentlemen, the Tangiers Hotel proudly presents the all-new Sam Rothstein Show. Aces High.
That's great.
Tape live from the
That's so funny.
Such a
Something
good
quiet.
comedic cut. Something quiet cut to him in a big ass show.
Sam Rothstein dancers.
Everything named after him, the front.
Rothstein is a professional gambler. A man who will take you inside the real Las Vegas as no one has ever done before. And now, ladies and gentlemen, the new entertainment director of the Tangiers Hotel.
Amazing. Talk show host.
Welcome to the Sam Rothstein Show. Our first guest this evening is Frankie Avalon.
Keep an eye on him. Well, I've got a large family.
How many kids do you have?
I'm very proud to say that we have 8 children. There's nothing to it. It's my pleasure.
County Commissioner Pat Webb, 2 series. I recently challenged him for a debate on this program, and he declined. What are you worried about, Pat? You don't have to send me any questions. You can ask me anything you want.
I love it.
He's on all night.
He's suing him.
Oh my God, I love that.
It's a pity in this state that we have such hypocrisy. Some people can do whatever they want. Other people have to pay through the nose. But such is life.
Andy, go see him. Tell him maybe it's time he should quit. They want things to quiet down. They want you to walk away.
Walk away, Andy. You can't be serious. How can I walk away? Don't you see what's going on here? Don't you see what's at stake?
The old man said maybe your friend should give in. When the old man says maybe, that's like a papal bull. Not only should you quit, you should run. What do you propose?
I don't know. He doesn't listen to me. Maybe he should get lost for a while. Take a vacation. Would that be so bad?
They ain't sending Nicky nowhere.
Look, if he took a break, it would just give everybody some time to maneuver. That's all I'm saying. That's
I would
all
forget
that I'm
about
saying.
the maneuver. I would just get out.
Anyone might have bombed his car.
Yeah.
But just getting a call from Nicky wasn't easy anymore, so we figured out another act. You see, if a phone's tapped, the feds can only listen in on the stuff involving crimes. So on routine calls, they have to click off after a few minutes.
Yeah. Need me a treat.
Oh, love that.
Why?
Don't ask questions, just be there.
Love that when they got on the phone, it was like a Dutch angle.
Yeah,
And then it even
intense
out.
pivot.
Okay, he's out. It's the end. Brown.
Oh, that's a fun shot.
Nicky started out before me because it wasn't that easy for him to get around anymore. Nicky couldn't even go for a ride without changing cars at least 6 times.
What? Oh, wow.
Planes, he had to use underground garages.
Wow.
That's amazing. Cool Pontiac.
Oh, these are gorgeous cars.
God, in the middle of the desert.
Looks nice and cool out there.
Meeting in the middle of the desert always made me nervous. It's a scary place. Normally, my prospects of coming back alive from a meeting with Nicky were 99 out of 100. But this time, when I heard him say a couple of 100 yards down the road, I gave myself 50-50.
Fair.
Yeah. That's a great shot. And his sunglasses.
You said I'm bringing heat on you? You're ordering me out? You better get your own army, pal.
I only told Andy Stone that you had a lot of heat on you, and that was a problem.
You want me to get out of my own town? You only have your casino because I made that possible. I'm what counts out here, not your country clubs or your TV shows. You know, I get calls from back home every day. They think you went batshit.
I'm only on TV because I got to be able to hang around the casino. You understand that?
You
know. Come on.
You could have had the
His
food and
ego.
beverage job without going on television. Get this through your head, you Jew. You only exist out here because of me. You're Warren. Don't ever go over my head again. You mother. You.
Oh, that was a great scene between
That's
them.
fantastic.
So good. The pacing.
The
of that
intensity.
dialogue. Amazing.
And the shot.
Oh, that's so great. Just frozen.
Well, we got company.
I love De Niro suits in this.
Yeah.
I wonder how many cigarettes he smokes in this movie.
I mean, he's always has one in every scene.
scene.
God, it must have been close to 1,000. Who knows?
Why does it look like it's bothering me? I give up. They didn't even look over it. What's your problem? And you stick together, don't they?
They're having a good time, dude.
So are we.
Looks like a good time, guys.
Oh, this is not good.
We got a problem.
What is it?
The little guy. He's half in a bag. And nobody told him he was 86 from the joint. So we all turned our heads and made out like we didn't know who he was.
Oh.
He's over at the 21 table. Nose wide open.
Oh,
Money
God.
out of his own kick. And his nose is open for about 10,000.
Oh.
Shite.
Wants a 50,000 marker.
No, just give him 10. I'll be right down.
He's gonna come up with 10,000 just the way you want it.
No.
Give 10,000.
50. I said 50. Go get it. I don't give up where you get it. They take it, but they don't want to give it back. How the f can you grin?
Oh.
Hit me. Take this stiff and pound it up your fucking ass. Hit me again.
Oh, wow. That was
What a
probably a
shot.
lucky shot. That was amazing.
I'm here to help you. What's the matter with you? You're gonna bury us both.
Give me the money.
I'm gonna okay you 10 to get you even, and that's it. Then you gotta get out of here before the cops and newspapers are all over you. 10 and that's it.
What are you staring at, you bald-headed
Oh my God.
He said if it didn't work out between us that I could get my things and I could leave.
Look in my eyes. You know me. Do you see anything in these eyes that makes you think I would ever let someone in your condition take my child away from me? And after all this time, and as hard as I tried, as much as I wanted, I could never reach her. I could never make her love me. All that money, being somebody for the first time in her life, a home, a kid, that's not what happened. It just didn't work out that way. After a while, we just take breathers from each other. You know, little separations. At that time, I remember Ginger took Amy and went to Beverly Hills. She was going to spend a week or so shopping.
Oh, God. Did she never come back?
She go to that guy.
Hello, Beverly Hotel.
Mrs. Sam Rothstein, please.
I'm sorry, Mr. and Mrs. Rothstein have checked out already.
Yep.
Mr. and Mrs. Rothstein?
Oh, God.
Day 11.
Yes, they both checked out.
This is not good. I mean, he could put Nicky on to like kill him in a second, right?
Yeah.
I mean, it's just, this is not gonna be good.
My daughter's with him too, and I think they're gonna try and kidnap her. Is there anybody you can send?
Oh boy.
All right.
Sam Rothstein. I want to talk to Ginger. Put her on the phone.
She's not here, Sam.
I want to talk to Ginger. I want my kid back. I want to put on a plane immediately. I know she's there. Don't.
I'm not, Sam. I wouldn't do it. No, I
Oh God, this is bad.
I just bought us a few minutes. You want to get back at this? Okay, you got what, $2 million in that box? He's got $2 million in the box. Am I right? You let him keep your jewels. We take the cash, and the only other thing he cares about.
Wow.
We go to Europe, get some.
I don't want to go to Europe. I want to go to see the Elephant Man.
We're not going to go see the elephants, okay? We're going to Europe. Let the adults talk.
Oh God.
You're the mother. How much you think he's going to pay to get the
I
fucking
wanna
kid
go
back?
to
Shut
Europe.
your mouth. You know where she gets this from?
You shut up.
No, you want me to come over? I'll smack your face. And give me your shit. This has always been a dream, but now we're going.
Called you right here.
I just talked to him.
So he knows where you are. That means he's sending some guys over here, probably right now.
Ginger, it means he's sitting by the phone like a dumbbell.
What are you gonna do? We probably got guys outside the house. Get your bag. Come on, get your bag.
This bullshit.
Nobody's killing anybody here.
I really do.
You just
think he's
relax.
gonna kill me.
Call me back here.
So I'm gonna call you back in an hour.
I'll be here.
Knock it off. Get your knock.
She started it. Don't even think you're going to drive. No, I'm not going to drive with some crazy.
You're driving me nuts.
Get on the passenger side. And I'm sending this kid to Bolivia in a box.
I love that it escalated in stakes in emotional ways in the third act. Like now it's differently stressful.
Right.
Adding a kid to the equation, even though we haven't met her, we care because it's a kid.
Because it's a kid, and to put her in that situation where her mom is just a
in front of
disaster
her.
doing cocaine, and this guy's like it's too much.
Ginger called me. Here, she wants to come back, but she's afraid you're going to whack her out.
Yeah, they're gonna kidnap my kid. What do you want?
She wants to come back. That's the main thing here.
This is who you wanted to talk to, right?
Listen, I'm not gonna ask you where you are. Just please put Amy on a plane. Just put her on right away. Any plane to get her here right away.
I don't think she should go by herself.
What do you mean?
What I mean is, do you think if I came back, do you think you could forgive me?
I don't know. I gotta tell you, I don't know.
Sharon Stone's doing a great job.
What about the money? Where's the box?
I gotta tell you,
Oh no.
I made some mistakes and I spent some money.
What's it under?
Is it gone?
It's under 25.
It's under 25,000.
Yeah.
And the rest of the 2 million is still there?
Yeah, I got the rest.
Okay, no big deal. That's okay. You got us 25. Where are you? I'll send a plane for you right away.
I don't know that it's just that. There's no way it's just the
There's
25.
no way.
Like it's gotta be gone.
So what you doing?
What?
With the money.
He needed some clothes.
25,000 for clothes.
He wanted a watch too.
25,000 for clothes and a watch. The good part was I had Amy back. So we went home, had the housekeeper stay over, put the kid to bed. I calmed myself down and we went to dinner. 25,000 for 3 suits? That doesn't make much sense. First of all, he's not gonna wear $1,000 suits. Well, let's say he did, which he won't. How are you gonna get fitted for 25 suits in 3 days? I mean, how could you get fitted that fast? I can't get fitted that fast.
The way he said that is so funny.
It's so good. Look at that suit, man.
You're looking at me a certain way. You're teary-eyed, huh? You're upset. You're a good actress, you know that? If you would have stayed with Amy and you would have ran away, you would have been f***ing dead, both of you. Dead. Dead.
I love how you can feel everyone's like entire purpose and how they're feeling, even if you don't agree with it. Like,
yeah,
how betrayed he'd feel and his pride.
Yes, I want to go at it. So are you with me on this?
You want to get rid of me? Here I am.
Wow.
I'm out of here. Now, you haven't been straight with me ever since I met you. You never even loved me in the first place. And your eyes in the back of my head. Do you?
I love you!
Is this enough money? Huh? Will last days? Take it.
Wow.
Oh, you're not getting rid of me with one
Tomorrow,
suitcase!
get the rest. Just get out of here.
I am. I'm waking her up right now.
You're stoned. You're a junkie. Get out
I
of
am
here.
not. She's my daughter. Don't goddamn
My
you!
letter, God.
This is rough. I mean, can she even drive? Like, is she gonna
Yeah.
like?
That kid would not be
even
safe with her.
Yeah.
That is terrifying.
Oh shit! Is she already back?
Wow.
Oh, Jesus.
The funny thing was, after all that, I didn't want her to go.
Oof.
She was the mother of my kid. I loved her. And later, I realized I didn't want to give her the money because if I did, I knew I'd never see her again.
Oh, God. That is so tough.
Relationship fights, but like to scale of crime and money and like
Yeah.
variables.
From now on, I have to know where you and Amy are at all times. Here's a beeper. I want you to keep it on you. It's very light, so I can call you whenever I have to, okay?
God.
Listen, two people don't get along at some point, you gotta call it. I mean, it's none of my business. I think that's what they gotta take.
Well, I was thinking maybe you know somebody at the bank.
Wow.
There's a lot of money in there. A lot of money in there, and I'd be willing to take care of anybody who help me out.
Oh, God.
He did the right thing. He really f***ed himself up out here, didn't he? Everything went to his head.
Change.
He did. He ain't the same person, right? He really thinks who the f*** he is, I'll tell you that.
You know, and he scares the shit out of me. I never know what he's gonna do. I need a new sponsor.
Oof.
Yeah, this is...
Is that what you want?
Yeah.
Sponsor?
Yeah.
Oof.
Okay. Don't worry about it.
There's so much in that.
Nobody will f*** with you anymore.
Mm-hmm.
I'll take care of you. Yes, I will.
The passing of safety and
Yeah.
new sponsor. That was a really cleverly written.
Can you see that? That's Ace's wife.
Why you fool? You poor, sad, worthless fool.
Oof.
You think that money can pay for the hard years I've suffered till things broke your way.
I wonder if that's part of the true story.
Yeah, right? It's funny that he was like, you know what? I would have gone and killed you. You can't, like, disappear with a kid, but then...
Immediately.
It's just immediately.
But then, like,
say, God.
and that was a negotiation,
there's
too.
There's boundaries. The boundaries are so weird
Yeah, the
here, right?
rules-
You know, it's like he's got his back, but then definitely, obviously,
Not
doesn't.
that.
Yeah, not in that way.
But also the negotiation of like, if you sure this is what you want, until he broke his boundary because he wanted to do that the last time.
Right.
Where's Amy?
I put her to bed.
Oh, I got your cigarettes.
What is gonna happen right now?
Mm-hmm.
I feel like
tense.
So who'd you go to lunch with?
With Jennifer.
Oh, so he knows.
Who were you with?
I was with somebody.
I just hope it's not someone who I think it might be. I knew she f***ed around. She did what she did, and I did what I had to do. Nicky was the worst thing she could have done. What if he won't stop? I mean, it could get us both killed.
I can back him off.
She was very convincing when she wanted to be. And this is how she backed them off.
Hey, Ginger, don't forget, if you're challenged, you know, if he asks anything, deny everything. I don't want him bringing beefs back home, because that could really cause a serious problem. Gotta be careful, he's not dumb, you know? You hear what I'm saying, right?
I know, you don't have to tell me that.
Those bruises.
Yeah.
By this time, Nicky had things so f***ed up on the streets that every time Marino went back home, the packages got smaller and smaller. It got to the point when he walked into the place, he didn't know whether he was going to be kissed or killed.
Does Nicky outlive?
I wonder. He might become the new boss, right?
Mm-hmm.
I want you to tell me the truth. I always tell you the truth, Remo. The little guy, he wouldn't be Drew's wife, would he? Because if he is, it's a problem.
What could I say?
Oh, my God.
I knew if I gave the wrong answer, I mean, Nicky, Ginger, Ace, all of them could have wound up getting killed.
Wow.
There's one thing about these old-timers. They don't like any f***ing around with the other guy's wives. It's bad for business, so I lied. Even though I knew that by lying to Gaji, I could wind up getting killed, too.
Wow.
No, I ain't seen anything like that.
Are you sure?
I'm positive. Remo, things are very f***ed up down there.
Yeah, I know. That's why I'm asking. You see, my main concern is Nicky.
I love this white balance use, the
Yeah.
blowout.
By now, Nicky and his crew had already hit rock bottom. I mean, Vegas really got to them. Booze, the broads. I mean, he got sloppy. He just wasn't the same Nicky anymore.
Must have drank too much.
Fuck yourself.
One night he had to belt a guy 3 times before the guy finally went down. In the old days, Nicky would have decked him with one shot. You add this into the mix. Maybe this Vegas got to all of us.
Giant.
Yeah.
The edge. They were all tuned up half the time on
Ugh.
The worst was Blue.
What do you guys want out of my life, huh? Police, stay in the fucking car.
Never knew when to keep his mouth shut.
Oh,
The sandwich.
They shot Blue because they thought his hero sandwich was a gun. You know, they could have been right, but who knows?
What gun? He's got a hero sandwich here.
It's black out here.
Black.
It's in foil. Look like a gun.
You fucking moron. I'll be filling out paperwork for the next 2 months because
God,
you and
what are we gonna
this piece
do?
of
I'm sorry.
shit.
Look like a jerk off.
But to make matters worse, Nicky's crew got one night and they started shooting up the cops' houses.
Oh, fuck.
What? Oh my God.
I mean, it got to the point where they couldn't even talk in the gold rush anymore because the feds put a wire in them.
Yeah.
And even when they talked outside, they had to cover their mouths because the feds brought in lip readers.
Wow.
Nicky found out about it from a teller who owed him money.
They asked me again about you and the Jew's wife.
Walk.
And the toothpick cigarettes.
They asked me again about you and the Jew's wife.
Yeah, what'd you tell him?
I told him I didn't know nothing. The Jigs and Tony Gorilla said if you did anything, you
You think he's going home making a beef behind my back?
Nah.
So good.
Yeah, what's to stop him?
I know.
I don't trust him anymore, but they'd never okay anything, you know?
Yeah, but they keep asking about it.
Sure they're asking. They earn with the I got a funny feeling he's going to start a war or something. I'm not sure yet, but you know what I want you to do? Who's this guy?
That was the best.
I wonder if that was like an extra or like someone that accidentally got on set. I have to know who that man was. That was great.
Who's this guy?
When I'm ready, I'll say the words, go see the Jew, and you make it disappear, you know what I mean?
This is a long shot too. They haven't cut.
Yeah, that's great.
Did I say to do anything yet? I said I'm not sure. I'll let you know when I think about it. Where are these at? Dominic said they're in the motel?
Yeah, he's out here in the bank. They're all over the Jew.
Ugh.
Oof.
Any calls from me, just give them to Mr. Sherbert. I'll be right back. Mr. Rothstein. Going home for a few seconds. I'll be right back.
He's on his way home. Yeah.
Oh, yeah?
She's looking rough.
Yeah.
Ginger.
What?
left her
Did they lock
daughter
her in
alone.
the... Oh my God. That is so...
Oh.
What happened? Who did this to you?
Wow.
No, please.
Okay, I'll be right back. When did this happen, honey?
I don't know.
You don't know? What time did your mother do this? When did she leave?
I don't know.
Poor kid.
That sucks.
I just wanted to talk to you a minute.
Well, Ginger's missing, and she tied Amy up, and she locked him in a room. I gotta find her. I don't know where the hell she is.
Well, listen, Ginger's over here at the Leaning Tower with me.
She's there with you.
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
Coming over.
Good.
God.
Nicky, I want to talk to that f***ing bitch.
Hey, be nice. Calm. Be nice. Don't up in here.
Ah.
Tie up our kid and lock the Are you out of your mind? I should
be out for a little while. I mean, she was asleep. I was going to be right back before she even woke up.
Listen to me.
Hmm.
Well, listen carefully. You ever touch her again, you ever do anything like that again, I'll and you pure and simple. You hear me? Get up. Get up.
I wouldn't
Get
do
up.
that if I were...
Get up.
I would.
Get the you threatening me, I'll you in this place. Get up and go home right now.
I'm going.
Whoa. This is so intense.
Once a always a
You, Sam Rothstein.
Just immediately back out.
Oh my God.
What did I tell you? Supposing he goes back home and make a beef. I gotta know exactly what you said. Tell me what you said.
Me? I said nothing. I said no. Everything he said, I just kept saying no. What about my money?
How the am I gonna get your money now? You think he's gonna give you money? Look what you did to this guy. If you would have just kept your mouth shut. What the?
Wow. These back and forth loyalties.
Get her out of here.
I get my own f***ing money.
All right.
I'm going to the FBI. I'm not scared anymore.
All right. Be careful.
Me for the last time.
Oh.
Look at this mother. Hi, Frankie.
Whew. Yeah.
I have like the sweats.
What you do? I mean, she threw herself at you, right?
I'm in a bad spot here. Know that? Huh?
So interesting. Two narrators in like this position they're in.
Oh my God, it's a shotgun.
Don Rickles with a shotgun.
I love it.
Of course, Don Rickles has a shotgun in this.
I already left the kid with neighbors, and I had about $1 million in cash and jewels that I gave to Sherbert to lock up in the hotel.
It's in the hotel safe. I want you to come right back.
I love this music.
I love it.
I'm
Sherbert's
so
his
ready.
guy. Yeah, the build. Oh, she never came back.
They're just gonna wait.
Oh, I guess they were right.
Oh God, wasn't expecting that. Oh shite.
Drunk, you're on drugs.
I am not.
You're gonna be sorry if you don't stop.
Don't you
that. The
threaten
whole
me!
neighborhood.
Don't you threaten me! You are not threatening me anymore!
Oof.
Oh God, right. The daughter's at the neighbors, so she's seeing all of it.
Yeah.
Hey,
Dad, go back inside. This is none of your business. I don't have to take your shit all the time anymore.
Hey.
I
Oh.
will go to the police. I am not protecting you anymore. You won't let
What a mess.
Hey! Please.
You ought to be afraid the way you treat me.
She calms down. I will let her in the house for 5 minutes. You gentlemen will escort her out if she had to not want to leave, because I don't.
Can I go in?
That's not.
Can I go in?
Jeff, you go.
Absolutely. Fine. You. You wouldn't believe how mean. My important stuff, all my papers and things, and I have to get them, so don't let them come up here, because I know they're in here in the desk.
Oh shit. What is she looking? The key. She wants the key, right?
Were you watching for him?
I want her in there more than a few more minutes.
No, that's it'll just pick up. Has everything else besides this.
My God.
And it would be great if you guys could just follow me out of here, because he's been threatening me.
Okay, Randall, thank you.
Ugh.
Man.
She's got to go straight to the bank, right? But
Yeah.
You got to stop her. She's a fucking junkie. She's out of her fucking mind. Do you understand?
She has the keys and it's still in both your names.
Legally, she can't take that stuff. Half of everything is mine. Half, I'm coming down.
oh God, why would he be like? She's the only one that can have the key. I'm just
the
like
whole thing about trust in the beginning.
Why? Yeah, I mean, it's like he wanted to show her, if I put this much trust in you, you give it to me back. Maybe she'd fall in love with him. But like,
Maybe I can't.
No, you can. You can.
I can't.
That's so nice to me.
Oh, she's such a mess.
Sam, you have to stop him. You have to, because he said he was going to kill me. You should just stop it.
what, they let her leave? Oh my God.
Nothing we can do. She had the keys.
She's on the account. There's nothing we can do.
Let's pull her over at that sicko station.
To cut back to that, it's so great.
After all the threats and all the bullshit, turned out Ginger didn't tell him anything. But by then, the feds didn't need her anyway. They had all the pieces they needed. And everybody began to tumble.
Oh.
Between Nicky, Ginger, me and my license, Paradise, we managed to really fuck all up.
Right away, I got wind of the pinches coming down, so I took off. Who needs to hang around for that bullshit?
Special agent FBI.
Yeah, well, can I make a phone
Hey,
call?
hold it a minute. You can make a phone call, but you don't have to talk to us. Over to the alarm.
Wow.
Dang.
Oh, yes. Here we are, little craps figures.
Green? Don't even ask.
$30,000. No, we didn't, and that's why it wasn't found. I was being extorted. I'm willing to tell you whatever you want to know. I've got nothing to hide here.
Piscano's expense reports took the cake. He might as well have given him a f***ing blueprint. Everybody's names, addresses, dates.
Oh my God.
no.
Why would he do that?
Appreciate it. Those are my mother's books. You're under arrest.
What a balloon head.
Oh my
That's
God.
so funny.
Poor Artie. He got so upset he had a heart attack and dropped dead right there in front of his wife.
Oh, I thought at first I thought he was faking it.
Just dies.
Oh my God. He just straight up.
Oh, man.
Your Honor, as you can see, my clients are elderly and infirm. Any incarceration could pose a serious health risk.
When the bosses were arrested, some of them were so old they needed doctors at their arraignment.
This recommends that bail remain as presently set.
Go ahead and take a 10-minute recess.
When it looked like they could get 25 years to life in prison just for skimming a casino, sick or no sick, you knew people were going to get clipped. So the day of the arraignment, they had this meeting right in the back of the courthouse. See, when something like this happens, you know how things are going to work out. It's always better with no witness. So what about Andy?
He won't talk. Stone's a good kid, stand-up guy just like his old man. That's the way I see it.
I agree. He's solid.
He's okay. He always was. Remo, what do you think?
They're having a meeting at the courthouse.
Yeah.
Look, why take a chance?
Oof.
At least that's the way I feel about it. Gotta be in my office Thursday morning before 11. It's told me, boss. I gotta have a conversation with the guy.
Oh.
As much as they liked him, I mean, he wasn't one of us. He wasn't Italian.
Wow.
The first one to skip was John Nance. He found a nice, warm, secluded place in Costa Rica. He thought nobody would find him there. But then his kid got nabbed by the feds for drugs. And so naturally, the bosses were afraid he'd come out of hiding just to save his kid and give them all up.
Oh.
Everybody went down. Before you knew it, anybody who knew anything wound up getting whacked.
Oof.
After Ginger took off, she wasn't much help to anybody. We found some pimps, lowlifes, drugs, and bikers in L.A. And in a few months, they went through all the money and all the jewels.
Jesus.
Dang. Oh, God.
After they found her body, I had a private doctor do another autopsy. He said they gave her a hot dose. In the end, all she had left was 3,600 mint-condition coin.
Wow, that's it.
No matter what the feds or the papers might have said about my car bombing, it was amateur night, you could tell. They put the dynamite under the passenger side. But what they didn't know, what nobody outside the factory knew, was that that model car was made with a metal plate under the driver's seat.
What?
It's the only thing that saved my life.
Oh, my God.
Oh, man.
Oh, and he gets it.
And he sees it.
Oh, my God.
The bombing was never authorized, but I suspect I know who lit the fuse.
Oh, my God.
Wow.
And so did the powers that be.
It took months for everything to calm down. Finally, my guys got out on bail, and so I set up a meeting with the guys way out in the sticks. I didn't want my brother to get f***ed around. I mean, what's right is right. They don't give a f*** about...
While narrating.
Wow. Oh.
Doing it in front of his brother.
Yeah. That's tough.
Oof. Oof. Oh.
Oh, God.
Oh,
my God.
Still breathing. Leave him alone.
God.
Beat him to death with bats. Oof.
That was a good stunt.
Yeah, that was well done.
It's a nice job.
Oh.
Wow. Oh, God, that looks terrible.
The word was out. The bosses had enough.
Oh.
They had enough. How much were they going to take? They buried them while they were still breathing.
Oh.
Oh, my God. Shite.
Man.
Wow. Just a slave.
I love that the movie opened with this because I was like, why would you give that away? But it's so perfect.
So great.
They had other ideas for me.
You sure are lucky, mister.
It's the OG MGM. Doesn't have that line anymore.
I've never seen that.
Yeah, that's how they first built it. It was dope. And then they were like, this isn't going to work. And they took it down.
The town will never be the same. After the Tangiers, the big corporations took it all over. Today it looks like Disneyland. And while the kids play cardboard pirates, Mommy and Daddy drop the house payments.
Wow, they really demolished that much of it?
Yeah.
Name, what you drank, what you played. Today, it's like checking into an airport.
That's still there.
Yeah, the good old Excalibur.
Today, it's all gone. You got a whale show up with $4 million in a suitcase, and some 25-year-old hotel school kid is going to want a social security number. After the Teamsters got knocked out of the box, the corporations tore down practically every one of the old casinos. And where did the money come from to rebuild the pyramids?
I used to lifeguard at the Luxor.
But in the end, I wound up right back where I started. I could still pick winners.
Wow.
And I could still make money for all kinds of people back home. Why mess up a good thing?
Those glasses.
Yeah.
And that's that.
That's good old man makeup. It's just what it looks like.
Totally.
Like 10 years ago.
Oh my
Man.
God.
Casino.
Bravo.
What a motion picture.
Holy shit, yo.
Oh, man.
That's some shit right there. Wow.
Well, if you're listening to us on Spotify or iTunes, we just watched Casino, an epic miniseries disguised as a movie. And I say that as a compliment because I miss movies feeling complete. And I do feel like a lot of movies feel serialized now. Not just like franchise movies, but movies don't have that kind of grandiose weight. And that felt like a life we lived.
Yeah. Like, I'm exhausted.
I'm so tired.
Like, it was a lot because it's great storytelling with great dialogue, amazing acting. So none of it takes you out of it. And that's what makes a good film because you feel like you're living in this fucking
For 3 hours.
chaos.
/ 5 years or whatever.
Yeah.
Like, I'm physically drained because of it being so immersive.
Me too.
I think that's the kind of Martin Scorsese I love. I recently watched Taxi Driver, which isn't as much my thing as this. And I think the difference is, and I've been really racking my brain over it because I think of myself as loving Scorsese, is the joy that Scorsese takes in some filmmaking is what I like about him. And that's not to say I don't like dark filmmaking. David Fincher is one of my favorite directors. But for Scorsese, I think the joy is what I like about his filmmaking. And this and Goodfellas and The Departed, I think, are my favorite examples of that.
Yeah, because you can tell, I mean, I guess in the writing, because you saw that he wrote it with the guy who wrote the book, is that taking the time to breathe and also knowing it's really hard to know when you show us a shot of pure chaos to cut back to a master with them being silent to know that you'll probably get a laugh. That just takes
confidence.
A lot of confidence, and you got to know your pacing with the script and the tone of what you're doing. And every time it went there, like, oh yeah, by the way, like my wife's pregnant again. And he's like, oh, and it's for fuck, she's in there, and they do a handshake.
Yeah, they're putting the thing down to shake his hand.
His hand. Like, that's where the kind of the joy comes in.
And the pacing, the editing, the transitions. A lot of the joy I got from the transitions where it's like, that was a playful transition that took 6 hours. Like, the transitions are not, this was on film. This was not something you do in Final Cut on your phone. This was film that was thousands of dollars of moments to get that transition right and hours of setup. Like, that's joy.
Yeah.
When you're playing in that, and there was so much of that in this one. The first act of this film is like, the transitions are a supporting character of the first act of this film because you're going between so many different leads, you're introducing so many different characters, you're establishing so many different settings, and not just physical settings, but the montages of this person is this, and then this is the other side of that where his wife's world is this, and then later Nicky's world is this. Those are settings too in what it encapsulates. And without the transitions, that could have gotten really stale.
Right. And they built up the casino to be a whole other character. And the way they did that is in the transitions, in the B-roll, which doesn't look like B-roll. It makes it look like a character.
Yeah.
They would go from her to him to a close-up of a dice, like rolling on a table,
That
but
he just
done
weighed
that shot
to show his
really
intellectualism
well.
of the, like-
Exactly. Like, and everything, it didn't just look like a, I mean, of course he wouldn't do a shitty B-roll shot, but I'm saying, like, when you, it's in the beginning of the movie, it's like a die, it rolls, and then someone blows on the dice, and it's just, it's like backlit, and it's amazing where you're like, the casino is also being set up as a whole other character. So if you've never even been to Vegas, you're like, now I know what it's like insane.
You lived there.
Yeah.
I've been there many times. So you have exponentially more experience. This was the first movie I've seen about Vegas that made me smell Vegas.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean?
It's gross.
There's a stagnant smoke that's in the carpets that will never leave.
Yeah.
Even once they've
gnarly.
changed the carpets. Like there's a permanent thickness.
Yeah.
And it used to be worse. Like it's gotten less. I go to Vegas like once or twice a year and it's better every time. That smelled like my first couple trips to Vegas. And I'm sure then it was like you couldn't even walk in there. Like I
Right.
can't even imagine existing. But like that's how much it captured the atmosphere that I was like, oh, I remember that stank.
So gross.
Yeah.
And that's why they made the new hotel, the Aria or some shit, when it was built, had the newest upgraded like filters and air, like fans that blow it out. So they would make everyone who lived in Vegas like go there because it doesn't smell like smoke. And they actually did a good job because you go to the lobby and you're like, it smells good in
smells so
here.
bad.
So weird. Such a weird fucking thing that you have to do in a fucking city.
But that's Vegas.
Yeah.
And like CinemaCon's at the Caesars Palace, and it's still like years later has not as much because they clean Caesars super well. But like it was funny watching this, having memories of Vegas because it so captures that, but obviously the criminal side and seeing like, you know, the 80s version of how they supervised everything. Like I don't know how it's done today, but the people above watching and all the different jobs. And like you said, like I've seen all those people and like,
yeah, and I never know what the fuck they're doing.
Like the pit boss watching this guy and this guy. And like I've heard those names because of like Ocean's movies, but this was really cool to see that the thing I love about The Departed is cops and criminals, when someone's holding a gun, what's the difference? Is like the whole concept of like, if you're an Irishman in Boston, you're going to end up one of those paths is kind of the story. This was cool because it was a similar archetypal story, but it was two sets of criminals. One set of criminals was legally doing the crime.
Mm-hmm.
Gambling is crime. It's just legally allowed there. Like I'm not getting into the law, but you know what I'm saying? Like it's stealing. And then the other side was criminals stealing, and them both being like, yeah, we're here to steal. And one of them just does it on the books that are literal books. And then there's that third party that's just getting all the money from everyone back home. What a dynamic way to tell an intense crime saga.
Yeah. I mean, I agree because you don't recognize it as having that many moving parts, but we're also seeing them two as characters and friends and how they grow apart, yet their loyalties still stand through all of this bullshit. And you're like, he didn't even want Nicky to come to town because he's like, that dude's going to fuck me up. But, you know, I can't tell him to not come. You know, he's like a brother.
Yeah.
And the way that we are able to see that relationship move through all the shit that they're doing, when you kind of set us up for like, Nicky's the bad one. He's the bad thief. Like, he's going to fuck shit up. Versus De Niro is sort of like he has his shit together.
Yeah.
Right? And then we kind of see where that at the end, they did set us up for that, where it's like, yeah, De Niro does end up winning because he was just smarter about it all through the whole way through. Except for, I don't think he ever would have broken if it wasn't for the woman that he fell in love with,
And Sharon
which they
Stone,
set us up
the
with
second you see her, you're like, there's this
he's
kryptonite.
gonna break
and that
her.
song cue you loved.
Imagine the fucking poke. Yeah, the chips going up. The song comes on. Give
And
me
he
a
falls
break.
in love with her as she's causing the chaos that she's going to cause in his life.
In his
I
life.
love that he sees her, sees
Such
the
a
explosion of
metaphor.
chaos, and he's like, well, I'm screwed
she
now.
smiles at him and he's fucked.
And I love that that's his downfall. We knew it from the beginning, but I love that they showed us him dying in the opening, but he's a narrator. And then also the whole movie, you're wondering who sets him up. And you think it's Nicky, you think it's Sharon Stone, you think it's, and I love that you kept guessing. And then he survives. And the way that movie like played with your expectations. And you know, you felt so bad for Sharon Stone's character, but they made her so genuinely a junkie, and she was so good at acting that you empathized even when she was being a monster towards him. And most of his decisions were coming from a place of protecting his daughter, but some of them were selfish enough that you were judging him, so you understood her side enough, but then she'd make a bad call. It was just such a balancing act.
Yeah, I absolutely agree. It's funny when you saw him be pushed to his threshold when he's like dragging her, he's like, finally get the F out.
Yeah.
And you're kind of thinking from a character's point of view, yeah, if you got rid of her, you could keep the child safe and none of this shit would matter. But then we see her slowly come back in after 2 fucking hours. He gives her a bunch of money to fuck off.
Yeah.
She could have stayed in a hotel. She doesn't. She just comes and crawls back into the bed and he's
Stare
like,
at him, and
because
then
I
he
knew
slowly- oh.
if I couldn't, I never see her again, and he couldn't let her go, and he just puts his hand on her, and you just know that this is how it's she's gonna be the girl like who cried wolf, and he'll always understand, he'll always take her back. I mean, until, of course, we see it really go into a downward spiral towards the end. But that's the basis of their. That's the basis of their relationship.
Yeah,
he would always.
And that's enabling in its own way.
Yeah,
And
absolutely.
like,
I mean, he knows she's fucking high on coke, tied up the motherfucking kid, an alcoholic. I mean, she's wackadoo wild.
And that also explains her James Woods, like, that is actually the right guy for her.
Yeah, I mean,
and
they're
they would have
perfect.
died way sooner.
They would have died
But,
20 years earlier.
That is that. It justifies all those decisions.
Mm-hmm.
And I love that he loved her enough to even get the autopsy, like a real autopsy and like the hot dose. And like he always loved her and he always just wanted to fix her. And you can't fix someone.
No, you can't. And to think that like the day they get fucking married, if I ever saw the person I married on the phone crying their eyes out.
To their ex. Not even just crying their eyes out. To their ex.
Nope.
Yeah.
There you go. See you later.
And he made it a business arrangement. That's one of the best scenes I've ever seen in a movie that has a love story that's non-traditional. Like that was such a fascinating. He's a businessman that has all of his T's crossed and I's dotted, and he has a business arrangement love, and then it keeps coming back to bite him. And
because you felt the heart when he looked at her. When he looked at her,
he loved
we
her so
knew.
much.
We just fucking knew. He didn't even have to say, "I'm in love with her." I mean, I think he said it once, but we just knew, and that's like what makes storytelling so fucking good.
Yeah.
When you do it the right way.
De Niro's such a force. Like he's, I mean, I'm seeing a lot more De Niro movies through reacting to them, but I've always been a fan, and this was one of those performances. This and The Untouchables, where he plays Al Capone.
I don't know if I've seen that.
He plays Al Capone, and it's terrifying.
Wow.
It's like so good.
I gotta watch that.
It's Kevin Costner versus Al Capone.
What?
Like it's Kevin Costner as Elliot Ness, like the guy that took down Capone, and De Niro's Capone, and it's like a modern Western. It's like this really dope neo-noir.
I need to watch that on the channel. I gotta tell Greg. I
It's
would be
real
like,
good.
why the fuck haven't I watched that movie?
I watched it with Andrew here.
You did?
So
okay.
if it did well, maybe there can be a sequel.
Yeah,
Someone
yeah,
else
yeah.
reacts. We haven't
Yeah,
had done that
baby.
yet. If there's another reject that
me
hasn't
on it.
reacted yet,
Yeah,
you guys
right?
we do pairs of
that
reactions.
Would be, I would love that. Because that
but
sounds like an amazing movie.
It was so special. What's his name's in it too? Sean Connery. It's like a dope movie.
I love him. Do you guys remember the movie with the lasers where he met his wife, Catherine?
Leave it in the comments if you wanted to watch The Untouchable. Solo reaction.
So good.
So yeah, this blew me away. I had really high expectations after Goodfellas. We watched Goodfellas. You forgot.
I did. That's my memory.
And it was really funny because I was so afraid Joe Pesci would be the exact same role, and he was similar enough. I got really worried.
Yeah.
Because in that movie, Joe Pesci's just like a wild card that causes everything to go to crap.
Mhm.
He is also that here, but it takes longer, and the wild cardness is less public. He's publicly a wild card here, but in a more realistic way.
Yeah, and
Both
what
are
we
based on true
saw
stories.
behind the scenes of him having his loyalty to his
Yes.
fucking friend and her, and you're like, he had these odd ass boundaries that he really believed in. Like he had a weird moral code where he would be like, "No, he wouldn't have to go and fucking kill you. I'd come to Europe
And
and
his
kill
eyes.
you. That's not what you do." And you're like, "What in the actual fuck?"
You'd see him assess.
I
like
know.
his eyes, he would be like, okay, against 4.
I know. Wild. I mean, this is why when movies fail, there's some part of it that has to do with when you don't have good casting and you don't have good actors, they can't like really bring it. If the casting doesn't do their job to where this person is made for this role, and if they had someone else who was made for it, it probably would have done a lot better, because good actors can work with shit lines, but every person in this, obviously, it was like, but Scorsese knows how to do that. He has always known how to put people and write and choose the films that he knows that he can fucking make, and that he knows the people to choose to put in those roles, which is why I think his movies do so well, because you believe it, versus there's not one character, which there's great films, there can still be a character out of it. We're like, they were all right. Like, not that good.
I feel like he needs Joe Pesci, specifically to what you're saying, like the description of the character in the role. I think Joe Pesci doesn't get as much love as he should as one of the best comedic dramatic actors.
I
Because,
agree.
like, Jim Carrey's always like, oh yeah, and he does great drama too. Like, there's certain actors, Robin Williams, where you say like, oh my God, we need Joe Pesci to be in that conversation, because I grew up with him and My Cousin Vinny, which I hadn't seen as an adult. I had only seen like ages 0 through 7, but that plus Home Alone made him comedic.
Yeah.
And then from like age 8 to 20, I watched Lethal Weapon religiously. Like I still love Lethal Weapon, but like those are all very comedic.
Yeah.
I didn't see dramatic Joe Pesci until we watched Goodfellas.
Yeah.
So I've now seen like these two powerhouse performances, and they're so good. At no point was I like, oh, comedic actor Joe Pesci.
Right.
I literally grew up with Leo Getz from Lethal Weapon. Like, this is crazy good work. So I think he needs to be in the Jim Carrey, Robin Williams conversation.
Maybe we just, because we haven't watched as much of, because when his name popped up, I went Home Alone, because we haven't watched as much of his dramatic side that everybody might be yelling at us to be like, he's been in that list. Everybody's been talking about it. What the fuck is wrong with you?
That's probably true. There's probably like 100 internet lists of like best comedic dramatic actors, Joe Pesci.
But I get what you're saying. For us, I mean,
because
you
Goodfellas
heard
that
me
she
say
barely
Home Alone,
remembers.
and I don't remember Goodfellas.
He's great.
Dude, like, it's scary to me that when they told me that I watched Goodfellas, I was like, wait. I was like, who's in it? And did we really? And are you joking? This happens to me all the time here.
I think we need you reacting to movies you've already reacted to in 5 years.
Yeah.
Like, we give it a couple of years, and then we
remember.
Have you react to your reaction after the movie. Like, you're here for 4 hours because it's 2 hours of the and then you watch your reaction.
Oh my God.
And see if they're the same. Or if you've totally changed your experience in life so you have a different experience.
I would love to do that. I think that's a great plan, because y'all know long COVID ate my fucking brain.
Like, Tara reacts as a series, but it's you reacting to you.
It's so good. Sign me up. I will do it.
I feel like we're not doing this movie enough justice, because I had such a good time watching this that I'm in like a really good exhausted mood.
10 out of 10, man.
Yeah, this was really special. It lived up to the legend, the legacy. It was also really hard to react to, because it's one of those movies, much like Goodfellas, where it's got this incredible pacing and staccato and this incredible rhythm to it that I didn't want to talk over at any point.
Me neither.
But also,
You're
like,
just so engaged.
Yeah, and it's so weird when people in the comments are like, "Why are you guys talking so much?" It's like, would you rather us stare at you? Like, what do you think reactions are?
Right, like we're supposed to give our thoughts and react to it.
This one was hard.
It was very hard. I mean, I was just so engaged in like the actors. You know, when you have such like A-list quality actors, a glimpse and a look from their eye that you would miss or talk over.
Right.
It's like you don't want to miss a word or a glimpse at all. And sometimes when you're saying stuff and trying to communicate, you can. In this movie, you just don't want to miss a second.
I don't want to close my eyes. I don't want to fall asleep. I'd miss you, babe. I don't want to miss a thing.
What movie? That's
Armageddon.
Song. Yeah. Armageddon.
Well, you almost quoted it. You said like 3 different lines that were paraphrasing Aerosmith.
Oh my God, I
don't want to close my eyes.
Oh
I don't want
my
to fall
God.
asleep. Because I'd miss you, babe. And I don't want to miss a thing.
So good. I reacted to that on the channel like 3 months ago.
Subconsciously you remembered because you paraphrased
I did.
it.
I paraphrased it. Absolutely. Fucking Armageddon.
That was great. Well, this was amazing. Lived up to expectation. Everyone that got mad at me for not loving Taxi Driver, I hope you enjoyed me absolutely loving this. I think Scorsese, that's the strength of Scorsese. He is a legend of filmmaking because not everything's going to be for everyone, but he's so good at everything that even the things that aren't for me, I can go, respect. And then I can be like, but this one, and now this is another this one for me.
This is one of this one.
Oh my
so freaking good.
So,
3 hours of nonstop amazingness.
Yeah, riveted.
Me too. Just fully engaged. Wasn't bored. Wasn't like, what time is it?
No.
Because you can get that when movies that are longer. Not with this one.
Get that movies that are shorter.
I know.
Because ADD attention, like I feel like TikTok has caused my brain to rot.
Yeah.
Like, and that fact that
And
that
you're
was 3
like,
hours.
and you look at the thing and you're like, it's only been 40 minutes.
It's been
Kill
18
me.
minutes.
Yeah,
Like,
yeah.
There's
Like,
been reactions where I've been like, oh, this is supposed to be a comedy. Oh, no.
That's funny.
Is there a way to leave? But yeah, so this was the opposite. Loved this, riveted, and I say felt like a miniseries that is high praise. That felt like an AMC or HBO, like a high premium quality and quantity of time we got to spend.
Yeah.
So Scorsese, I think he's going to do okay. What an experience. What a film.
He's gonna be all right.
He's going to be a contender.
I think also last note is that the glasses that he wore at the end when he's like doing his betting were Scorsese's glasses. We've seen him wear those glasses.
Oh my God, that's true.
I think that he was like, you wear
You know what?
these.
You need these.
Like,
he puts his mom in there. He puts his glasses in
No
there.
doubt those are his glasses.
There you go, Bobby. Just wear these and do some numbers.
Exactly.
That was exceptional. Let us know in the comments below if there is a list about Joe Pesci being the comedic dramatic actor we know him to be. Also, if there's another Scorsese, I haven't seen Raging Bull. I haven't seen the Jesus one. There's a lot of stuff I haven't seen. So any of those that you want us to watch, let us know. Even if she's seen it, she won't remember.
I
So
won't remember.
Let us know in the comments if there's one we're missing. And much love, Reject Nation. We'll see you soon.
Bye.